So this is what we're going to look at. We're going to look at the 2023. I don't think this is 2023 line, but this is kind of like a highlight of some of the 2023 Ibanez lines that they came out with. There's this Axe Design Lab, and it seems like they're making some stuff. It looks like a certain line.
There it is.
And then this is the one that is, I think, probably one I'm gonna buy after this show.
Sick. Yeah,
I'm gonna buy this after this.
it has the gold hardware too.
Yeah.
Is it the Jake Bone one, or is it just like?
It doesn't say because it's a third party. There's a third party website. Let's see, Jumbo. So this is listed on the website. It's Act Design Lab RGA 622XH. And
it's
for
a Prestige. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for you guys just listening, it's a Prestige. And it's got the RG body. It's an RGA, right? So it's got that top to it, and then it's got gold floating trim, white pickups. The neck pickup is a it's like a hot rail. It's probably come with DiMarzios in it. Honestly,
they look like it.
Yeah, DiMarzio Air Norton and Tone Zone HS pickup combo. So it's an HS design, and you can tell. A lot of people. I'm starting to see these more and more. Like you can see that the 24th fret is right here, so this must go up to 27 on the high end. So 27 high end probably here, and then, damn, this is a good looking guitar, dude.
Is there going to be a 7-string version?
Oh, maybe.
I
mean, you could call them and be like, "Can you make me one?" And then it would cost you $6. But what
pretty famous podcaster.
Yeah, we're getting brand deals left and right.
If they made that thing 7-string with the gold plating and like a Evertune,
that would be sick.
My shit right there.
Yeah, because you're not huge into the floating trims.
I do like the versatility of them, but I genuinely find them to be a huge pain in the ass. But you're just one of those people that can overcome that. I just stick a battery in it and then it fucking blocks it off and never do anything with it. I think I actually have I have an Ibanez RGD.
Okay.
So it's a 7-string, and it actually kind of looks
like
a lot.
This. I mean, it just doesn't have the gold hardware. You're pretty similar.
Yeah, it's all just black.
Yeah.
But I actually bought. I think it's an Ibanez manufactured piece of like a block that goes in there.
Yeah.
So it's like softer, so it doesn't actually screw up any of your adjustments or anything. But yeah, I mean, you just put it in there and blocked it off. But it's really funny because I took it to a store here in town that says that they're a licensed Ibanez tech.
I wonder how you get licensed.
I don't know, but I was like, man, how did you do that? He's like, I just put it in there, and he's like, that'll be $100. And I was like,
dude, I'm telling you,
like I should just like Trems, I guess, because that'd be easier than just dishing out $100 every time.
Dude, guitar techs and guitar repairmen they'll take you to the bank, man.
Yeah,
it's and I feel like it's purely based on it's like the knowledge I have that you don't have.
Yeah, 100%.
It costs this much money.
Yeah, like it's not hard to do.
It's
just like, how much do you?
You're
feel
not
like
building a house.
Yeah,
like it's technical because you're dealing with like intonation and all of that stuff and exact spacing and stuff. But the thing is, it's like changing a trem block or changing a pickup is literally. A trem block is screws.
Yeah.
A pickup is just soldering. Mm-hmm. And then making sure everything fits, right? Because you got to make sure if you have F spaced versus G spaced stuff. And then also, something about switching pickups. If you use pickup rings, well, that's not really a pickup ring, but on the RG Genesis, the pick guard is what supports the pickups, right?
Like the housing of it.
Yeah. It's the stock pickups in an Ibanez are F-spaced at the bridge, but the thing is they're really small. So when you throw an F-space pickup, like I put Seymour Duncan's in there, they don't fit through the pick guard.
Oh,
the pick guard is made for the F-spaced from Ibanez.
Oh.
So I had to try to make it as inconspicuous as possible. I had to sand it down. So, I mean, that's something that's kind of the fun part about doing your own guitar stuff. You figure it out.
The DIY stuff, yeah. Yeah, you think the pickups would just be like you snap it in there and that's it. It's a magnet.
Only if, right?
You're like, I don't understand how that's not part of it.
I mean, that's why I think the guitars I'm going to buy now are going to be, or at least I'm going to try, mounted on the body.
Yeah,
those look good too.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Headless. What do you think about Headless? This is the Q547.
Yeah,
$1,000. I mean,
aesthetically, I'm like, it looks okay, but it might be just amazing to play too.
Yeah, and then I'm not fond of the pick guard on it, to be honest with you.
It's kind of like cars. I mean, if it's an ugly car, sure, but like it might just handle really well. You're like, man, I can't live without this. I think it's how some instruments probably are. It's how, like, I mean, a lot of the guitars I play, like when I first saw that RGD, I was like, this is the best guitar, and I still think it is. It's the best Ibanez they've ever had, and like I wish they just came out with that same version every
and just
year.
did that. I'm sure that's how I'm sure a lot of guitarists out there are like, I wish they would just keep making this, dude.
But they keep doing weird shit with it. I'm like, I'm never gonna buy another one. They look dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Ibanez is interesting because they got to be like, they got to keep up. Yeah. They got to, but then I just feel like they have so many staples, and it's hard for them to evolve. I wish they would just kind of like be like, yo, this is what we're making, and this is what we're sticking with because it works.
Yeah.
You see that in other manufacturers, like, for sure, like even Schecter, it's like, okay, we have the Sun Valley Super Shredder. It works. We're done. Like, we have the Hellraiser. It works. We're done. We'll throw a Sustainiac in there. We'll do this and that. Maybe update the screws on the trim or something, but we're not getting crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
And the thing that I'd say one of the drawbacks that I've seen with Ibanez is like do you ever play one of the iron labels?
I haven't. No.
So I had one before, and it was very, very just basic looking. It was like an all wood finish, no inlays, no fret markers or anything. I love that guitar.
Oh.
But it was, I mean, the action wasn't great. You could do a lot to it to make it better. But it served its purpose. But it was only like a $500 guitar. So like if you want a 7-string that sounded decent and had somewhat decent sustain if you put the right tension strings on it.
Yeah.
It was a good guitar. But then I felt like within 2 years, they're like, hey, we're making iron labels that are over 1,000 and 1,200. It's like, it's supposed to be an affordable version of.
That's the point of it, right?
Yeah. Like this is kind of crazy how expensive they're. I mean, I know it's more expensive to make guitars now than it's ever been, but.
Right.
I like this next one. This is.
So that's why I stopped. Hey man, I know this is your thing, the FRH10N. If I'm not mistaken, this is like based off the Tim Henson.
Yeah.
The one that he uses and just rips. I think this is like the non-signature type.
I think so too.
So,
and it doesn't. I mean, it has everything I like about it too. I actually like that you can't see any of the pickups. I like that the fret markers are offset.
Yep. Is it nylon string?
Yeah,
it is nylon string.
It is. Yeah.
So this is the cheaper hybrid, non-signature model version of Tim Henson's. Oh, okay. So yeah, bridges electric playability and dimensions to nylon string guitars.
Because his fretboard has like the rose, like the gem or whatever that's called.
Oh, it's got the vine, and like the leaves on it,
which is not really like my aesthetic, I guess. I really like no frills and simplicity, and then it just sounds amazing. And I've seen so many people. Maybe next time we can do that is like pull up some of the videos people have posted with these. They just sound so awesome.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. And I've been playing kind of that style a lot lately and doing
I heard you pick up the Benton. I heard you hitting it.
I've been slapping it a little bit, yeah. But I have my acoustics Baton Rouge, which is kind of like I don't know how well known they are, but I really love that guitar. And that's another one that's I think I paid less than $600 for it, and I've had Taylors and Martins, and I think
you like this one better.
Hell yeah, I think it plays way better, and it's a cutaway too, so you just
it's not an Argonaut body.
Yeah, it just plays really nice, and
I'm really I don't play acoustic. I mean, and I'm like unapologetic about it.
Yeah.
So I just play electric. So this is something that. This is something that actually like kind of grabs my eye. Does it give a price on this one? Oh, $599.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like kind of
$499. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like you gotta strike while the iron's hot with this one because I feel that.
I mean, Tim Henson's only getting more popular.
Yeah, so then next year they're gonna do the same thing they did with the iron labels. It's gonna be a $1,500 guitar.
Dude.
So.
All right, well so we just looked over some Ibanez models. There's the AZ models too, which historically when I did a video about the Ibanez RG and like the history of it, like the genesis and stuff, and then I talked about a little bit about like the AZ and stuff and how it came about, and a lot of this stuff was just like based off the original RG that was made, and then you got the AZs that kind of broke off from it. And there was even like an AZ, I believe, that had a 24 fret, but now they're usually like 20, 22.
22, yeah.
And, what these guitars are actually hit a pretty good market because it's like they're more than a Strat, a little bit hotter than a Strat, right? But but you don't have a floating trem, you don't have a locking tremolo, and you're most likely not getting like, you're not going to get like your Fishman Fluence Moderns on this.
Sure.
So it hits that like, you need something with some punch and you need something with at that level, but it's not quite, a Shredmeister. But you do see people rip on these, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. They play a lot of that sort of, what's that genre of music? It's called like Midwest, it's eluding me now, but it's like a weird sort of like,
it's like a fusion
kind of. Yeah. Yeah, but every time I see that kind of music, I see that guitar.